Welcome back, guys. My name's Shane. Today we're comparing two different guitars at very different price points on the spectrum. We're comparing the Harley Benton SC 450 Plus, which is a budget guitar coming in at under 300 Australian dollars. You can work out the conversion in your currency. And this is my Tokai Love Rock. At the time I purchased this, it was about 1,800 bucks. They've gone up to about 2,200 bucks over the last few years. So I think it's got something to do with the Australian dollar dropping. But yeah, these are much more expensive than they were when I first bought it. And these were the original lawsuit guitars. So these are basically as close to a Gibson as you're gonna get, including the headstock. These are hard to find in certain parts of the world, but it's a beautiful guitar. It actually benched one of my Gibsons. I liked it that much at the time. There's just a couple of things I wanted to make mention on this video that I didn't cover in the last video. Now, I don't ever do post-production on my videos. After 12 years, I think it's really disingenuous if I did that and made one sound better than the other in terms of its comparison. So on my channel, you don't get that. I know there's a lot of channels that do a lot of post-processing. I think it's really disingenuous. So what you're about to hear is apples for apples comparison. I'm not going to change anything in post-production other than mix the two microphones to a point that I like them and leave them like that for the entirety of the video. The second point is this isn't a sponsored video. While I get to keep this guitar, I'm not being paid, and I've never taken payment from any guitar manufacturer that have sent out their guitars to the channel. I don't work like that. I know a lot of other guys do that. I don't work like that. I just wanted to cover that because I've seen some comments online saying, oh, maybe I'm getting paid to promote it, it's a sponsored video. It absolutely isn't a sponsored video. I think it's really important for beginners to be able to find a resource whether or not their guitar will actually stack up to something a little bit more expensive. I would have no hesitations gigging with either of these, but I'll leave that till the end of the video. Let's get into it. Today we're going into the Marshall DSL 40CR amplifier. We're going to start on the Crunch channel. Now my amp is actually loaded with an Eminence Texas heat speaker, and it's also mic'd up with an SM57 and an E906. Guitar A will always be guitar A, and guitar B will always be guitar B. Here we go. Guitar A. Let's try it now with a little bit more gain. This is guitar A, neck pickup. Let's try some cleaner rhythm tones on neck pickup on guitar A. And lastly, over to the Ultra Gain channel on the amplifier. Now, I hardly ever use this channel, but there'll be some guys out there who will want to know, no doubt, how both of these sound with some extra gain. So here we go. Alright, so which one was which in this video, and what do I think about playing both of them, and what are some of the pros and cons of each? So if you guessed that A was the Harley Benton, you're right. So A was this and B was this the entire video. Now I noticed some difference, especially once I started using some gain. The pickups in this wanted to squeal a whole lot easier than the pickups in here. Now the pickups in the Harley Benton actually have a slight advantage over the pickups that I've got in my Tokai. One of the advantages is you can actually split coil the pickups, and one of the other advantages is they're a little bit brighter as well, at least to my ear. That's what I was hearing in the room, especially on the clean parts, but there ain't nothing wrong with these. And if you're going to be playing with a whole lot of gain, you don't want the pickups to squeal, the Tokai would definitely be the better choice. Now, in terms of how they feel in the hand, I'm definitely giving the nod to the Tokai. It does feel like a more premium guitar. But that said, you know, the Harley Benton, for what it is, for the price it comes in at, I could easily do a gig with it and it'd be fine. I wouldn't be thinking twice about it. Now, the one thing about the Harley Benton, it does have a slight advantage. The neck is actually tapered here, so you can get up further and play all the way to the end of the fretboard without any problems at all. Whereas the neck on the Tokai is literally just one kind of shape all the way to where it joins here. So it is a little harder to get all the way up. You can still do it, obviously, but the taper isn't there. So it is that little bit more tough to get up to the end of the fretboard. But I gotta tell you, I love the neck on this. Yeah, it's basically like a 50s Gibson neck. If you're a fan of those, you'll get a kick out of this. And these were the first lawsuit guitars out there, and these are probably the newest lawsuit guitars out there. So thanks again for watching. Let me know if you got this right. If you missed my Telecaster comparison, I'll leave a link up in the cards. Like I said earlier, no one's paid me to do this video other than the AdSense revenue. I'll make probably a few bucks online, and that's about it. So if you do appreciate the video and you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. Thanks again for watching. My name's Shane. I'll catch you soon. See ya.